Hey guys, how's it going? It's Amanda with Living Green and Saving Green again. Today I want to talk about nutrition and healthy eating. And this is definitely important about sustainable living because the more fruits and vegetables that you eat, the better it is for the environment. And being organic is also really important, as well as locally grown, which I'll talk more about once it becomes actually summer. Today is May 1st, so pretty soon I will be shopping at the farmers markets, and I'm really excited about that. But for now, I'm just going to say in general and just kind of tell you the secrets of how to eat healthy and my story and really what works for me. And some of this might be like, well, thank you, Captain Obvious, like we already knew that. However, this is just my personal view, and this is my strategies for eating healthy. And if it was so obvious, we wouldn't have millions of people a year dying from heart disease due to obesity as well as smoking cigarettes, because if it was so obvious that that wasn't healthy, people wouldn't do it, right? So that's just my feeling. But anyway, so I just want to say my little story, I guess. Back in high school, I really was not happy with my body. I was carrying a few extra pounds. I really wasn't overweight. I was just a little chunkier than I prefer. And I'm not saying at all that being a little chunky, being a little overweight is okay. There are so many beautiful women that totally own their curves, and I think that is beautiful. It's more about confidence and feeling good about yourself as well as being healthy. You also don't want to be too thin. And in a society that focuses so much on being skinny and being thin, there is definitely a line. So I just want to say that beforehand. I personally was not happy with my body the way it was. But again, there are so many women who are much heavier than me and are beautiful and love their body, and that's great as long as you're healthy. Obviously, if you're obese or overweight, that's not really going to be good for your health. So anyways, so after high school, I started working out and I lost like 10 pounds, and I felt so good about myself. And people actually noticed. Like, 10 pounds doesn't seem like a lot, but a size for me is a lot. I mean, my waist was defined. It's really weird. You can actually see my cheekbones. If you kind of can see my profile, you can see my cheekbones. You couldn't see them before, as well as my pelvis. My pelvic bone like sticks out now, and it didn't before. So, which will be helpful for childbearing, I guess. But anyways, so I really just kind of became more aware of nutrition, and I took health in college, and I just became more aware of my body after I lost weight and felt really confident. And it's been a couple years. I've definitely strived to eat healthier and do research and things like that. And since I've moved out, I've been moved out for about 5 months now. And now that I kind of have control of what I put into my body more and what goes into my home and what I buy, I've found what kind of works for me. So this is going to be kind of obvious, but like, number one, don't buy junk. Like, if you want to eat healthy, don't buy junk food. Another thing I want to say is, if you want to eat healthy does not mean you're on a diet. Diets don't work, and diets are horrible. Americans spend, I don't know the exact statistics, but millions of dollars on dieting every year. And diets don't work. I mean, you want to look like a photoshopped model, it's not going to work. There are plenty of wonderful documentaries on this topic, whether it be Body Image. America the Beautiful is a great documentary on Netflix. And I don't remember the name of the other one, but there's another really good documentary about diet. I think it's called Diets in America or something, just completely. It's in my instant queue. I don't even remember what it is. But if you want to know more about that, watch those documentaries and you'll see. But yeah, I mean, and that's what I mean. Like, I think a lot of diets, like Weight Watchers, and Weight Watchers is actually probably one of the better diets if you're going to do a diet, because you can eat normal food. But they endorse, like, processed food. Like, oh, here's some frozen dinners that are completely processed and it's kind of garbage. But it's healthy because it has 0 fat and 300 calories, and it's only 2 points, and you can still eat junk food, but it's like better junk food, So define that line between healthy and, and what's good for you and what you're trying to do to be smaller, to drop a dress size. So yeah, only put healthy food in your house. To me, when I want a snack, maybe I am craving a candy bar, but I'm in my house, I have granola bars, I have apples, I have carrots, I have, like, puffed chips, or like pop chips, things like that, whereas I could be the healthiest person, feel so good about myself eating healthy. If I'm in a house that has cookies and chips, but they also have some apples and some carrots, not to say I wouldn't choose the apples or carrots, but there is going to be a time where I'm going to want those chips. I'm going to want those cookies. So yeah, and if it's like normal to have in your house, then that's just bad. It should not be normal to have chips and cookies and soda in your house. That is just not okay. To me, that's party food, which I don't go to parties that often. It's like birthday parties, holidays, that happens like once every 3 months. So yeah, just reevaluate what you're putting in your house, because sometimes it's not just the choices you make, it's also like what's available, honestly. So yeah. Number 2, read your labels. You might think something is healthy, but then it has high fructose corn syrup or other just crappy stuff in it, or it might have like all these calories in it. For example, Pop-Tarts, like a lot of people don't see them as really that bad. Yes, they're junk food, but they give them to their kids all the time. Did you know that Pop-Tarts have like 400 calories for 1 pack? Kids will eat 1 pack as a snack. 400 calories. Not to mention how much saturated fat and sugar and everything else in there. So that's another thing. Number 3, shop at a health food store. Now, I know this might not be easy for some people, and sometimes it's more expensive, but for me, I shop at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's sometimes has cheaper prices than the supermarket. I love shopping at Trader Joe's for many reasons, because they have some health and beauty products that I use, but more of that there are only really healthy options. I want to buy bagels. Well, they have the whole grain, high fiber bagels. They don't even have the processed, enriched white flour bagels, and if they do, it's just not as noticeable. There's not 5 different varieties of the white enriched flour ones. It's kind of a culture when you go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. You see other people that shop there and get fruits and vegetables, and not frozen processed stuff or Pop-Tarts or chips or soda. There are people there who are like you and who eat this way and live this lifestyle, so you kind of feel like, hey, I have a little clan here. It's not too bad. So the options are better. Literally, you just go into a store, you go into a supermarket, you can get anything you want. You can get sodas, like I said before, all that garbage, or you can go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, and really all they have is natural. And even if you're going to make a bad choice, get cookies from Trader Joe's, which I get cookies sometimes, they're really not that bad all the time. They at least don't have preservatives or have natural ingredients in them. I also like Trader Joe's because although I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian, I've stopped buying meat. However, I can't really fully say that I'm one or the other. They have vegetarian options, and to me, if I can make a plant choice over a meat choice, then it's just healthier and it's more sustainable, even if I'm not completely committing. So just because you're not a vegan or a vegetarian does not mean you can't drink soy milk. Drinking soy milk is actually a very sustainable thing because you're not contributing to the cruel animal industry. Even if you have, some cheese pizza every 2 weeks or so, it's still making an impact. And don't feel like you have to be in that vegan culture to try soy dogs or soy milk or whatever, things like that. So yeah, that's really all I got. I mean, that's really the secrets, you know. Don't put the crap in your house. Read your labels and shop at a health food store where you really have no choice but to buy stuff. If you're hungry, if you need food, well, I could either go to a junk food store, I could go to a health food store, and all of a sudden it's like all this health food stuff looks awesome. So, yep, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. Please share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Bye.